Everybody, it's your best friend Pete, part-time exile. Sorry, I've been AFK for a bit. I got really sick after I made those three videos. It's pretty much bedridden for a couple days. Yeah, I know I'm being a baby. No rest for the weakling PoE player. But I'm gonna go over my starter build. The Architect of Chaos, the Templar. It's gonna be Vaal Flameblast Ignite. I was thinking about other things I wanted to do. I was thinking maybe Flame Blast Totems. I was like, eh. Then I was thinking maybe going with my traditional Essence Drain, but with the Bulk Shaman. But I was like, eh. Then I was like, I was going with the Puppeteer, with the Caustic Ground. But I was like, that's very specific. That I can't really farm anything. Maybe, yeah. If I did the Puppeteer, I could only farm ritual like effectively. I was like, ugh. Granted, this could probably only farm ritual also, but don't worry, it's gonna be fun. So Vaal Flameblast, obviously Ignite. I think it can become infinite. Like once you get your first Vaal Flameblast, you can loop it. However, you have to get to the first Vaal Flameblast, so it shouldn't be that difficult. It takes about 10 to 12 souls, I think, something like that. So it's not that bad. So reduced duration, reduced souls per use, and the big one, +3 Vaal skill gems, and then you can get Forbidden Secrets. Both of these are pretty good. Everlasting Sacrifice, +5. Is it all elemental resistances? Something like that. And the Shepherd's Souls, obviously, the grants less soul costs, so not bad either. Again, these don't stack fantastically, but it's fine. It gets +5. I think you actually would. I think the later in the game you get a little more min-maxy, you would actually drop Forbidden Secrets and get Glimpse Chaos. But yeah, onto Flame Blast itself. So Flame Blast, it's a channeling skill. It's one of the downsides with the regular skill. However, Vaal Flame Blast itself is not. It's just a point and click. It just goes, you point it goes, yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. And Vaal Flame Blast itself, it has 540% more damage with elements at the last stage. So, and there's 15 stages. Well, I think here, this does the regular Flame Blast, it's max 10, and then you get 1 additional per 20 quality, so 11. However, Vaal Flame Blast is the juicy one. You have a more element multiplier. So this is 60 elements. Vaal Flame Blast is 110. What? Pretty good. And you can read it, doesn't really matter. I'll show it. Yeah, it already has 50% chance to ignite, which is very good. Spell damage, not that big of a deal because we're plan on igniting. And the effects from the quality is kind of trash. It's just increased damage. Like, just imagine if it was max stages. Like, oh my god, you quality stack with this. But you don't, so it doesn't matter. You just get a bunch more element or damage with elements, so ignite. So let me quickly show you what it looks like. So again, let's just kill stuff. Again, this is currently without. Hey, you get a lot of gold from here. Damn. Juicy pack. So click Vaal Flameblast, boom. That looked awful. It usually doesn't look that bad, but I promise it's better than that. All right, let's try again. What does it look like? I changed the microtransaction. Oh, there we go. Yes. This is the Harbinger effect. I think I played Flame Blast once, and I was like, dude, this Harbinger effect looks so cool. Just blue flame. Look at that. They're burning blue. Fantastic. But yeah. So pretty much if we can get the Vaal Flameblast itself to when we're on unique enemies, it should be indefinite, like infinity, because the ignite duration is about 8 seconds. But yeah, so that's Vaal Flameblast. So pretty much it goes in a circle and it condenses closer and closer and closer, and until it says automatically charge to full stacks every 3 stages. So you automatically get the X amount of percentage damage for the elements. And remember, do not forget, if you missed the other video that I did, do not underestimate the Triumvirate Authority ring. It comes from Edziri, Queen of the Vaal. Regular Edziri drops 3 modifiers. Uber Edziri drops 4 modifiers. The most important is Socketed Vaal Scale Gems deal 150% more damage. And if supposedly this mod is fairly common from what I looked on trade, so if you want more information, go check the video out. But again, this is the most important mod. So when you look at the Vaal skill itself, souls can be attained by killing enemies. 1 soul per kill. It can obtain when damaging rare or unique enemies for every soul with a 1-second cooldown. So rares grant 1 soul and unique grants 6 souls per 2% life loss within 1 second. So Vaal Flameblast will cost 11 souls. So if you can, within 2 seconds, if you can do 4% of life within 2 seconds, you can cast another Vaal Flameblast. So it again, theoretically, it should last infinite. As long as the ignite duration is high enough. So take a look at the PoE after. You can also automate it with Soul Ripper. If you watch the other video, I was trying to think of Gluttony of Elements becoming infinite, but that's just currently I'm not smart enough to make it infinite. I don't think it's possible currently. Anyway, gain Vaal souls equal to charges consumed when used. So because the whatever it's called, Vaal Flameblast would be about 11 souls, this will automatically recharge it. And because you have such a low cooldown on the soul gain prevention, like, it's pretty whatever. That's assuming you want to use a Soul Ripper. You don't have to. Again, Shepherd Souls is the thing with the ascendancy node we get. Vaal non-aura skills have 80% less soul costs. Doesn't stack very well with the other one, but it's okay. One thing I just want to mention, just in case you thought it would work. Writhing Jaw, I was like, oh, how can I get souls if I didn't have to hit enemies? I was like, oh, Writhing Jaw exists, but no. So the 2 enemy Writhing Worms escape the flask when used. So you'd use the hybrid flask, 2 worms drop. However, it says they do not generate flash charges or souls for Vaal skills. So that doesn't work. So you actually, as far as I know, you just have to use Soul Ripper if you wanted to get your Vaal Flameblast ASAP, or, and look over here, it says loses all charges when enter a new area. So if you enter the boss arena for the first time, you have to gain the charges for the Soul Ripper. So the only way to do that would be to use, I guess I should have brought it up earlier, the Traitor Keystone. Okay. It's from the Brutal Restraint Jewel from Legion. So it grants a flask gain 4 charges per empty flash slot every 5 seconds. So that's, as far as I know, the only way to have Soul Ripper work once you enter a new boss arena. But I don't think you need to do that with if you're playing Ignite version. If you're playing the Vaal Ignite in version, I don't think that's necessary. So let me go to the quick PoB, or go to the PoB real fast, and I'll be right back. All right, well, this is a Vaal Flameblast Ignite. Supposedly it does 2 million damage per second and roughly 16 million for 8 seconds. So if you look at the calculations, that's the wrong one. If you look at the calculations, the Ignite duration is about 8 seconds. The soul gain prevention modifier is 1.5 seconds. However, if I personally, I would try to get the Socketed Vaal skill gems, 150% more damage, and 30% use, and 30% reduced soul gain prevention duration. That's the big one. So 150 damage and soul gain prevention duration. So that would make it soul gain prevention as 0.6 seconds. It's pretty big. So with an 8-second duration ignite and a very low soul gain prevention, it should, once you get your first Vaal Flameblast, you should be able to go infinite. Assuming, again, this is on a boss. When you're entering, like, if you'll be instantly killing mobs, like, left and right, because, again, you're doing a lot of damage. 2 million Ignite DPS is a lot. So, you'll be killing things fairly quickly. And I chose Cloak of Flame. This is before your 6-link body. You're going to be using the Triumvirate Authority. These are for some fairly easy to get items. Again, recombinators exist from King's March. So getting these are fairly simple. It's pretty big, pretty much nothing. You probably want to get some cast speed on the equipment, and just because you have to cast, you have to obtain Vaal Flameblast ASAP. So you probably want some cast speed on your weapons and items. So if you look at the first stage of regular Flameblast, you're doing roughly 213,000 Ignite DP. Wait, what? Okay, I don't know why it didn't go up there. Ignite 200,000. There you go. Yeah, I don't know what I was looking at. I was looking at this for some reason. Yeah, you're doing about 200,000. So if you channel it for at least 3 stages, you're doing 300,000 DPS. So again, it doesn't take that long to charge. If you looked at the other guy that I just showed, it doesn't take that long to charge, and he only had about 45 or 50% cast speed total, I believe, on the tree and the weapons or the items he was wearing. Not too much. So yeah, channel at least 3, 4, 5. Again, the more you go, the higher it goes. This only goes up to 11, but 850,000 Flame Blast DPS. Things will die quickly. You'll be able to get your souls because you only require 11, assuming you're using Triumvirate Authority. Decided to use Ember Weight. It does provide a substantial amount of damage. Sorry, I'm still a little bit sick. So Ember Weight does provide about 25% DPS because you can inflict an additional ignite on an enemy. And as you saw from earlier, Vaal Flameblast has a high damage output, so we get a high DPS ignite. So again, if you're using the Triumvirate Authority ring, you can use any body armor you want. It doesn't matter because your 6-link comes from the ring itself. I'm just using Cloak of Flame because it has increased duration, ignite duration on enemies. You could use Calm's Heart, Cthulhu's Hunger, anything you want. It doesn't matter. Cloak of Flame is probably ideal because again, you want higher ignite duration. So you could do, let's see. You have a 6-second ignite duration without Cloak of Flame. So it adds 2 seconds, so that's pretty good. Again, you're trying to get in, once you get your first Vaal Flameblast, you're trying to go infinite. These are just jewels. They're just, probably by the first week you could get them. I don't think Righteous Fire is going to be very good. Not good, but very popular because there's no like good ascendancy other than Scavenger and Scavenger. You just got to get a lot of max res. But yeah, these shouldn't be too expensive. I put ideal power dot only because it has increased ignite duration, but it could be anything that you need. Obviously, using cluster jewels, just using a large fire cluster with increased air effect for Burning Bright, and widespread destruction for more AoE. And the mediums is Circling Oblivion, both of them, for again increased duration of ailments, and one of them is Brush with Death. Very good. Recover 1% of life on kill. Very nice. And Fan the Flames. So this is when you're only using your Triumvirate Authority. You have no way to spread the Ignite. So you have to use, or you don't have to, but it's ideal you use Fan the Flames. This is before you get your 6-link body armor. Again, just fairly generic passive tree. Doesn't really do anything. Just get whatever you need. Wait for Elemental Overload. Again, the crit chance is about 20% because of the pose order. I think it's 286% increase crit chance. You could also use a Soul Catcher. Just get higher crit chance. Yeah, yada yada. There you go. And you go to 23 crit chance and a bunch more Ignite damage. Also, it's not nothing. You have 10% reduced soul gain prevention with this. So it goes to, from 0.6, it goes to 0.33 seconds. So it's not nothing. Yeah. If you go to the skills again, only using Wave of Conviction for power exposure, flammability, flame surge for the burning ground effect. You can use whatever you want. I'm just using Purity of Elements just for easy capping of resistances and elemental ailments. Malevolence, obviously, for more damage. Skitterbots, again, for more damage. If you don't want to use Skitterbots, you can use Tempest Shield. In my opinion, that's also a possibility because you could get... I decided to just get some block chance just because I had so much extra points available. So you go to about 42% spell block chance. It's pretty nice. And if you want, you can just go over here. You get a little bit more block chance. You get the mastery. So now let's check to see what if we do get the 6-link. Go to after. Looks like we got a little bit. Did we get less damage? No, we got more damage. Okay, you do gain slightly more damage. However, you'll get more damage because you won't be using this anymore. You would be using Polaric Devastation, which grants increased duration of ailments and covered in ash. So take this off. 2.2, 2.8. It's a big DPS increase. It's about 25%. So almost 3 million. Granted, if you wanted to, you can also change your gem setup if you want. The biggest one would be Awaken Burning Damage, the level 5. Then a part of level 20 Vaal skill, Vaal Flameblast. And then if you can get a +1 socket of gems in your armor, your Empower will go to level 5, and that would provide about 40% DPS. At level 4, it's kind of whatever, it's 30%. So if you can get the +1 to socket its gems, it'll be good. Yeah, I don't think there's much else to say. Like I'm fairly confident this should work well. Again, you just got to make sure you can get your cast speed a little bit, some amount of cast speed, because it just, as you saw earlier, Flameblast itself at 3 stages should be enough. With this setup to 6-link, should be enough. 500,000 DPS for 1 second should be enough to clear something. But yeah, I think it goes well. If not, I'll figure something out. It doesn't matter. I'll probably be farming. I could probably ritual. I don't know. I never farmed ritual before, like exclusively. So I might try to farm ritual just to do it. And maybe I probably won't be very good at Legion. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe what do you call that? Temples, Alpha temples might be a good place also. So we'll see. But yeah, I hope everyone has a nice Legacy of Phrecia event start. Hope everything goes well. Have a good whatever you choose. Have fun with it. Again, there's plenty of choices. Good luck trying to choose what you want to play. Granted, the skill gems and themselves are nothing's really changed, but you get to play different things. You don't have to always play the same thing, aka Flicker Strike, Hexblast Mines. Like, ugh. If you've never played with them, sure, go ahead. But if you've played with them already, like, this would be a good time to start something new, because these extendencies most likely won't make it core in 3.26. And speaking of 3.26, hopefully there's more information regarding PoE 2 and 3.26. Take care, have fun, and remember, you're the best. Hey, just gonna do a quick pop in again. So if for some reason you didn't want to play Vaal Flameblast Ignite, you could also play it on Totems if you'd like. And you could, if you had the Triumvirate ring yourself, you can actually cast Vaal Flameblast yourself. Again, the totems themselves can cast Vaal Flameblast, but you have to cast them separately. So I can see the totems give you Vaal souls. So if you use it, just boom, and it goes on cooldown. So you just go and do this, go kill some stuff. Again, with this version, you're gonna want a lot more cast speed. And there you go, you got your own Vaal Flameblast again. So I'll put a link in the below for the PoE that I had. It's not full on, but it's just a starter. Thanks.